let's start, for instance, with the Sarkodie one. How does she capture the title?
So the title of the Sarkodie incident is, the heading is abortion, basically. So she starts by talking about how she got pregnant and how it was a scary sort of incident. So she was with a friend, I believe, and she had a weird sort of episode that made her realize that she had to go get a test. She got tested and then she couldn't actually read the results on the pregnancy test. That's how scary it was. So her friend was with her, and her friend saw it and then said in pidgin, read the response in pidgin, "Ide inside, ide there." Like, basically, there's a kid inside you, there's a child inside you. So she realized that, well, she's pregnant, and she was scared. So she spoke to the only person she knew that would be responsible, which was someone she called Michael. Basically a Sarkodie, that's who we know it is. So she told him that it's his. She admitted that she was sexually active, so and normally she used protection, but in that instance, because she had gotten close to Sarkodie, because she gravitated towards musicians, she'd always loved music. She indicated that earlier on in the book, like she was enthralled with the entertainment industry, was enthralled with particularly African-American music. So it was very, very natural for her to gravitate towards musicians, and Sarkodie was one. I believe at the time, she indicated that Sarkodie was 22 and she was 25 when she found out that she was pregnant.
So 3 years older.
Yes, it's an interesting age gap, but age is just a number when you're in love.
Is it?
Well.
but she was not in love. She said it was.
No, it wasn't necessarily a relationship. It was a thing. But
it was just a little bit more than platonic. It wasn't a real dating situation.
Yeah,
maybe they were too young actually to consider that.
That's love.
Perhaps. Yeah.
Maybe. Well, they started talking.
Okay, why do you think she's bringing up this story? Because if you look at the circumstance, she went on to have a kid. She has a child. Sarkodie went on to get married and has a child. So there are no real victims in this narrative. Well, it's a story that you can tell people and encourage them that be careful when you're growing up, don't be. But it's not a story that you want to share with the general public because there's no victim in here.
Well, there would be no victim except at the time, apparently, Sarkodie was attached. His girlfriend was apparently schooling abroad, and this was in a time when she wasn't around and this thing happened. So that's the narrative right now. They're saying that he cheated.
Who cheated?
Sarkodie.
A man who was not married cheated?
Well, because you were attached and your girlfriend was in a different country.
I like you to say something. I see you are screaming loud at what I said. Where's the cameraman? Okay. I see you are screaming loud at what I said. You don't agree that a man who is not married cannot cheat. You don't agree, do you? Fatty? Yeah.
Yeah, talk.
You don't agree?
Yeah, I don't agree.
You don't agree?
Yeah.
You think a man who is not married can cheat?
What are you afraid of?
Okay, yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can cheat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can
what
cheat.
are the circumstances?
Okay, you see, based on morality, I'm sure we are going to, based on the fact that he's not married to you, so it would be normal if he cheats on you. But
Well, the word cheating is the context for cheating is that you are committed to one.
yes,
Therefore, you are not allowed
to cheat.
to engage with another
Not
in the
person.
same situation. If you are not married to somebody, you are not committed yet. You have a an intention to commit. You may or may not commit.
Paul.
Yeah, please come in.
Yeah, Paul, but you see, in as much as marriage may probably be the only legally recognized commitment in the country, a
In the
relationship.
country?
I mean, in the world, in the world.
In the country.
A
Are you
relationship.
speaking law? Is that word? Are you speaking law?
I mean, you said that you
Yes.
have to commit, and
Commitment is marriage.
It's
you can't
three
commit
types of
without
marriage.
getting married.
But
ubiquitous.
say that again.
You can commit without getting married. I mean, if
How do you
both
do that?
agree to
How
be
do
in
you do
a
that? In what
relationship.
context do you do that?
So if you both agree to be in a relationship,
So that's a promise. That's just a promise. So the commitment is a promise.
No,
for you,
this
let
one is
these
not
boys
fair.
cheat.
No.
No,
not fair.
I want you to express yourself. It's not funny. I want you to express yourself on what you think.
Yeah.
Because you are young people and you are the future.
I mean, I genuinely believe that if two people come to an agreement that we're going to be in a relationship with each other exclusively and we're not going to see other people, that is a commitment. So it might not be marriage.
It's a promise.
Okay,
It's a
it's verbally
commitment that
binding.
it's a commitment that's recognized by only 2 people. So you cannot take any action on it. But
No,
if you
that
get
is
married,
true.
and that is why marriage is public, there are witnesses. The commitment must must occasion a witness. So the act of marriage brings about witnesses. So then if I am married or you are married and you do something else, that's cheating. But a man who is not married is cheating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, let me come to Michael. What's the circumstances?
So for example, if marriage is the only context under which cheating can be established, then the other categories of relationships wouldn't exist. So there's polyamorous relationship where a polyamorous relationship is where we've decided that we are with each other. We recognize that we're a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, but we're not exclusive. If I want to sleep with someone else, I can. So that's that category. There is a monogamous relationship where it's just the two of us. So if you're with someone else, you've cheated.
Where? Who said monogamous? So a promise to enter into a monogamous relationship is really what you're talking about. It's a promise.
Yes, but then, for example, cohabitation is a recognized form of living in a relationship. We're together. You sleep with someone else, you have cheated, you have broken.
Cohabitation is slightly different. Cohabitation, I believe, speaks to the conduct. So sometimes in law, they say that your conduct can demonstrate that you had a contractual relationship with another, even if you didn't have a paper contractual relationship. So cohabitation then brings about the conduct. If I have cohabiting with a lady, you usually find that abroad in England or in Italy or somewhere for 6 years. Yeah, you cannot say that that's not a marriage because your conduct has demonstrated that you are. So cohabitation is really different. But this is not cohabitation. You are in Sabah Hall, I'm in Water Hall. We are meeting. I like you, you like me. I promise that maybe when we finish school and I get a job and the job is good and it's paying me well, I will marry you.
The two of you have...
And then next time you see me, I'm in Legon Hall and you say, hey,
it's dishonesty.
Cheating.
It's dishonesty. Dishonesty is cheating.
I need some more an articulate position on this, not laughter. So my girls are just laughing at it. They are not telling me anything. So can somebody tell me why you think cheating should be recognized in that context? So in the Sarkodie situation, if Sarkodie's girlfriend was abroad and he's 2 years old
at the time,
he has a girlfriend who is abroad, and he has something to do with Yvonne Nelson, he's cheated on who?
Yes, because
on his girlfriend.
If he proceeded to marry Yvonne Nelson, what will the girlfriend do?
You see, but Paul, in as much as the girl is his girlfriend, that's verbal agreements there. Exactly. So it's verbally like binding if you tell someone that, because that's a promise, that is me telling you that, okay, you can't be with someone else because I am going to be with you. That is you equally telling me that you are taking my time, my resources, my opportunities, because I can't equally be with someone else. I mean, you might not have been the best thing.
That's
that
still
happened
promise to marry. You're still on the same thing. It's a promise to marry.
But
so you can sue on promise to marry when the promise is broken. You can sue on promise to marry when it's broken. We have many cases in the courts like that. But you can't sue on cheating when you are not married.
No.
Oh, Paul,
okay, I'm sure.